Hello everybody and welcome. We are here with some more 40k Rogue Trader today, and we had just in Footfall in Chapter 2. Just gone through the pub, had a look, and then just been going through the
Rise to the top,
Footfall Shadow
or get
Quarter,
left in the dust.
the pub now, and so we've done the Martyr's Endurance, we've done these couple, so we got to go to the Atrium now. There are some quests going on here, but I want to jump in and see the Lord first, see what's going on.
I am forever astonished that Reverend Hieronymus makes do with that shoebox of a chapel in the atrium for his servants. Footfall has several temples, far more befitting his status.
The Drusians are a unique order. They teach people to be content with little, and they follow that principle themselves.
Can I talk to him? No.
As it should be.
These columns appeared here back when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall would become a wondrous place in the stars.
Keep your wits about you.
Actually, what is that? Knowledge by the head is getting attacked. Yeah, that was that same one. Tekis.
The machine god grants the insight.
Nice. What's this? The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt a massacre is about to take place. Instigator, just cut their throats already. What were they thinking letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No cutting. We get their blood on us, will be tainted too. Better burn them. Be quiet. Hieronymus Doloroso. Be quiet, you scoundrel. The priest, clad in a simple black raiment, cuts through the crowd like a buoyed ship crossing the sky. You dare pass by judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta stares at the sight. Starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he decided to interfere in a street squabble. Lead to me. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you, and who are you supposed to be? I am Sigismund, Rogue Trader. Yeah. The rabble rouser laughs appropriately, and I am Incendia Chorda. Cut the guff. Her ladyship Theodora is the head of this line. I saw it with my own eyes when she came to Footfall, and you don't look much like her. Silence, you must be completely out of your mind. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees, I swear it on the Golden Throne. I served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were those protectors when that were meant to shield the lands of humanities from nightmares? Traitors and heretics, the lot of them. Murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless world is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear, their red buds swelling, ready to burst. And paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers wearily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the far hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies at the top of the glacier. But commoners are always deaf to other suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me. All onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go back to the dock. I will speak to you later. Comply or face the consequences. Ooh, those are serious accusations just spurting. I hope you have proof to back them up. Not at the rabble rousers in the crowd. The people before you insult those instated by the throne above that. Yeah, I'm going to go coercion. Or everybody. Rabble rousers look at you morosely. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. Success. Refugees use interruption to make off into the direction of the dock. The arrogance and self-righteousness of the malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, then his eyes shift to you. I am Reverend. I don't want to keep saying his name. Head of the Drusian mission here on football. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. Alright.
I didn't?
In this mismatch of devices and cables, you notice equipment from totally different eras, some ancient, some merely old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent years. A small food broth. The portions look meager. The stall selling old knickknacks for everyday needs. The wares here are shoddily looking weapons built out of questionable art. Excellent. Let's do this.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Unyielding Vanguard boots. These boots double the resolve bonus that the allies gain from the wearer's unyielding beacon. Each tank increases result by 1, maximum 15 hours, 2 cell radius around the Vanguard. For a... Okay, here you go. Intelligence suffers no damage from air attacks.
Data meditation is terminated. My competences are not that universal.
Oof, charging message is very cool. Punish the Xenos, a coin for a go. Ancient creature elongates its eyes. You see the remains of quite human eyelids. It looks like the Xenos is the work of a non-particular skilled surgeon and a slightly more proficient makeup artist. It is clear that the one in the cage is the Xenos, just an ordinary boy who lost from the mutation lottery. I can't
Initiating dynamic exploration canticle. My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Operation successful.
get more of that shit.
Let us not dawdle.
what's going on here. Ooh, what's going on here? Below, hum of voices quiet as dozen gaze shifts to you. First mate Dagon, a tall man with a shaved head, is rubbing his hand together nervously. His opulent clothes are nearly bursting at the seams on his muscular body, and his expression is forbiddingly grim. Still, he's trying to put on an air of friendliness. Greetings, you must be... He glances at the scroll of his mechanical hand implant. Master Fidelio, all the guests have arrived. You're the last on the list. As we couldn't start without you, your presence is absolutely crucial. I'm sick as man. Play long. Of course, son, Fidelio. He puts on a broad smile, but then catches himself quickly, frowns once more. Please, can we talk later? Chaplain is about to begin. What is this tomfoolery? Abelard grumbles, but not before making sure that the man is out of earshot. Awareness, looks around. Gathering, you found yourself at seems refined and respectable at first glance. The decorations and the attendees' clothes speak of wealth, and so does their location, which isn't far from being the Liege's residence. But you notice that most of these gathered are a rather imposing physique. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests looks like they are covering the exit. A few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. Your appearance has definitely attracted everyone's attention. Just about every guest here keeps glancing at you, and some are clearly watching your every move, even though they are trying not to show it. Yeah, that is, and where they cannot start the proceedings until he or she appears. Judging by the way that fellow with the list was talking about this individual, it's someone very important, but it's not a name I've heard before. I've never heard the name before either. What is this place? I know nothing about this place. I can feel that something is at work here. I sense danger and opportunity, and the danger's a whole lot greater. Join the attendees, yeah. They're absolutely here to kill me, so I'm gonna 100%. Oh no, maybe we're just at someone's funeral, but I reckon they're here to kill Mr. Fidelio. Clerk. Oh, what a terrible, sorrowful day. We pay our respects to the life and the soul of Footfall Society, the loyal servant of the Imperium, a generous benefactor who spared no expense to keep the fire of faith burning, an example to all future generations. The most noble and unforgettable Master Bellardo, this loss. The fusty administratum, a clerk, speaks in a strained voice and keeps peeking at the paper with text on it. His speech drags on and on, blending into a monotonous cascade of praises for the late Master Bellardo. So let us offer a prayer to the Emperor for the repose of Master Bellardo's soul and the prosperity of his heirs. I will now pass it over to our most revered chaplain. Chaplain, the formal-looking man dressed in the attire of the ecclesiarchy missionary, glances at the gathered crowd. And here you all are, you vultures. Let's offer a prayer then, but if you think that the Emperor or the messenger of his will, in other words myself, does not see into your vile souls, you are sorely mistaken. Chaplain looks at you and gives you a slight nod. I wasn't referring to Master Fidelio. At least Dens himself wanted to see him at his funeral, but the rest, I know every one of you, and I would be astonished to discover anyone here who truly mourns his loss. So go ahead, pray for Bellardo's soul. Soon the flames will take him, a fitting end for a life like his. May the Emperor keep his soul. Without another word, Chaplain makes a sign of the Aquila and pointedly turns away from the attendees. I
My
legitimately
house
thought
would be proud of me.
people definitely want Fidel dead. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that way. I feel like they've just changed their mind because they're rocked up. Whoever prepared the body of the grey-haired man lying in the coffin, they did a really good job. Even in death, he looks majestic. Abelard maintains a grave expression fitting the occasion. Until he sees the face of the deceased, he frowns. He peers at you with suspicion, then he gasps, astonished, almost dazed. "I'll be. This is quite a meeting, if I can call such under the circumstances. Take a good look at the deceased. Yay! The implants left in the deceased's body speak of his highest standing. Expensive take is typically extracted from the dead, and only the most prominent and wealthy avoid this fate upon their death. Abelard, do you know the man? Do I? I would tell you all about this man, but the words I'd use would be improper for a funeral. This, your lordship, is Jerry Can Dens, known back in the day as one of the most notorious pirates in the Cronus Expanse. Ooh. I nicknamed him Jerrycan for his habit of having a jug or two of promethium on hand. He did love burning things, so yes, he was a menace back then. How long ago was it? 60 years ago? I was serving my last days in the Navy when news came of his latest attack. Abelard distractedly runs a hand through his hair. Well, there was a time when the sight of Jerrycan in a coffin would have been enough to make me dance, quite literally. By the throne, I would have danced a jig on the spot, but now, I don't know. No more jumping into the warp right from under the cruiser's nose, you old beast? Who would have thought I'd be at your funeral? This is very grand for a pirate's funeral. This is normal on football. Folks on football are known to turn a blind eye to many things, but even the locals aren't so unscrupulous as to honour pirate scum a few paces away from the Liege's residence. But no one has heard of Dens for so many decades, I barely recognised him myself. And I've seen his face on pics a fair few times back then. I assume he retired and started a more or less honest life under a new name. What was it they were calling him? Master Bellardo? Now I remember Reverend Hieronymus mentioned the name Master Bellardo as one of the biggest donors to the temple. Step away from the coffin. Guess registry. You're Fidelio, aren't you? Aren't you in a hurry by any chance, eh? Prosperity, a tall man, you work at entrance, shifts from foot to foot and keeps glancing around with a gloomy expression. Master Fidelio, you never introduced yourself. Dagon Othello, first mate on Denz's ship, Master Bellardo. Given the deceased former occupation, I have a good idea what role you played under his command. He smirks. They used to call me Torch. He's Jerrycan, I'm Torch. Those were the days. How did Bellardo die? Badly. He went down here really fast. Just a year ago, he was still living it up, storming the slum asteroids to shoot riffraff and mutants, and then all of a sudden he was done. His old wounds had caught up to him, and he had plenty of those, both from the old days and more recent ones, like when somebody tried to bump him off 12 years back, I think it was. There you go. Fidelio, Americas. Adelia? Hello. The girl dressed in expensive clothes raises her sad little face to you and says in a serious voice, hello. Who are you and what are you doing here? Hiding? She says, I thought I was going to cry and I didn't want anybody to see. My name is Adelia Bellardo. It's my grandpa in that box. Jennifer's face softens. She reaches out and gently strokes Adelia's head. Your tears will pass, Adelia. The tears will pass, the strength will return, and the courage will never leave you. Adelia tries to smile, but then just nods seriously. Or your parents? My dad is Cas Bellardo. He's with the guests, and my mum ran away. They told me she hates Dad and Grandpa. I guess she hates me too. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I don't even miss her anymore. I miss Grandpa. He was the nicest. Presses her lips together and lets out a quiet, very unchildlike sigh. Have you ever heard the name Fidelio? It's someone my dad is very mad at, but Dad is always mad at everybody. At Grandpa, Mum, Dagon, Chaplain. Must take my leave. Up close, Chaplain leaves an even stronger impression, a tall, burly man whose face and hand bears numerous scars. His entire visage seems to tell the story of many heretics who met their end upon their encounter with this adept of true faith. Chaplain gives you a friendly nod, but his gaze is intense, like he's trying to get a sense of who you are. Pleasure to meet you, Master Fidelio. I prefer to go by Chaplain. It is both my name and my occupation. Dens Pillars. Oh, you know, it's funny how, despite being Dens's, that is to say, Master Fidelio's closest associate confessor, I have never heard of you. The man he chose to be his sole heir. I'm glad, of course, that the inheritance didn't go to any others of the vultures, but I'm still curious why you're precision. We were especially close. Unsurprisingly, Des didn't like remarkable people, and he knew how to get people to like him. Taking a fond of each of the attendees, Christian May was delicious mission to come. No matter of inheritance, where can I claim it? You just can't wait, can you? After the funeral, Dens will be delivered into the flames, and we will announce his last will and testament if you will officially come into your inheritance. Given your speed to take it. Not everyone was fond of him. I'm a missionary of St. Drusius, and the truth of the Imperium speaks through me, so I see no point in pretense. All who have gathered here have one goal, to bite a chunk out of Denz's estate. Ambition and aspirations of wealth are not immoral in and of themselves, but Chaplain grimaces. It's just that I'm sickened by the thought that such a great man has left behind nothing but a pile of human refuse. Wow. His son is a drunk and a weakling. His friend Dagon, the one who greeted you at the entrance, is a dim-witted brute with an incredibly bloated ego. His widow made off on the family yacht in the direction of the moor while his body was still warm, with an entourage of 5 brawny, good-looking young fellows. Chaplain peers at you once more. I'd like to believe that he didn't choose you as his heir on a whim, Master Fidelio. At least you had the guts to come here into the nest of vipers who despise you because Denz's money and property slipped through their fingers. I respect that kind of audacity, and so did he. For me, how was it the Ecclesiastes' mission came to be a friend and associate of famous pirate? Captain Clegg with the scars on his face grew even more prominent. Do you know why they call me Chaplain? It's because I was the priest on Denz's ship in his wilder days. If you're surprised, you shouldn't be. There are plenty of heretic scum among the pirates of the Expanse, but Denz wasn't one of them. He was a true believer, and he shared more of the Imperium's ideals than the rest of the stiff-necked officers. A leader with an iron fist and an iron will. Don't we owe our conquest of thousands of star systems to people like that? And the ones he robbed were mostly types that no true subject of the Imperium would shed a tear over. Xenos, heretics, not all of them of course, but the Emperor will judge if Denz's was a decent man. I have a strong suspicion that someone here wants me dead. Chaplain grins. You don't say. How can this be? Someone wants the sole heir of a tremendous fortune dead, in the place where the other contenders, deprived of their riches, have gathered. If you, Master Fidelio, really are worthy of Denz's name, you will deal with these minor vicissitudes? Consider this my blessing. The Emperor protects anybody who deserves it, and that is it. Thank you for speaking with me. You hear someone delicately clearing their throat. The source of this sound turns out to be the administratum cloak you saw next to the chaplain. His hose are neat and impeccably pressed. His face, however, reveals extreme nervousness bordering on fear. My good Master Fidelio, I do hope you are satisfied with the services provided by our establishment. He leans in a little closer and whispers, I beg of you, help me. But please keep your voice down. I can't let anyone hear it. It's a matter of life and death. What's the matter? The clerk wipes the sweat from his brows. Please understand, it's very difficult to get by on footfall with my wages. The Imperial Regulations 4030-L8 on post-mortem service workers on peripheral words directly prohibits the chief operator of the ceremonium from leaving their workplace for any reason other than sleep, food, civil illness, or administration of sacraments. Therefore, I am practically forced, to look for other sources of income that allow me to stay within the walls of this here establishment. I've set up a little, shall we say, enterprise. I replace the implants of the deceased with identical replicas and sell them to the right people when I have a shipment ready. I have just prepared the newest batch of superb, unique implants of the highest quality, but I got careless. I used my first sick leave in 4 standard years, and it was on that very day that Master Fidelio passed away, and his family was quick to organize a ceremony in our crematorium. I simply didn't have time to prepare, and now my container full of goods, it's in the furnace, and if you don't help me, they're going to burn it anyway. So wait, so you hid valuables in a crematorium? I will help you on the following conditions. You see, I am most definitely Master Fidelio. I'm afraid I've misplaced some of the documents. If you make a copy of everything you can find in the archives that has my name on it, I will get your contraband. Of course, you will do it, but if you need less results, just help me for throne's sake. Thrones preserve you, make it look like you're just having a look around. It's a lot easier for you to wander into restricted areas without arousing suspicion than it is for me. Find the container, it is in the far corner. Get out and come back, I'll be waiting.
A temporary setback.
Yeah. Why am I on fire? Yeah, why am I on fire?
Unexpected
Conveyor
result.
belt door.
The machine god grants me insight.
When automate open the montage and it's completely empty. Hehehe, saw that coming.
What do we have here?
Stop it!
I'll brush this off. I always keep my options open.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
faced worse than this.
Martyrdom is a reward.
I've suffered worse.
I'm restless. Sins hidden in the heart.
Does something
Oh, my ears are
Lord
ringing.
Captain?
Stop mocking me.
Money to be made.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Just need to tough it out.
Am I just dead?
My soul shall become like fire.
If I'm just dead, this is bullshit.
My heart still beats.
She did always want to be a martyr.
There's literally nothing to do. I'm just gonna fucking
Blessed
die.
Emperor,
This is
protect
stupid.
your daughter.
Light of terror. Guide
Blessed
our
Emperor,
way. Your
protect
seneschal
your
is
daughter.
always there for you.
Nothing to look at. Interact
She did
with.
always want to be a martyr. She did always want to be a
This is
martyr.
fucking stupid.
She did always want to be a martyr.
I'm just gonna leave it for a second, see if anything happens.
She did always want to be a martyr. She did always want to be a martyr. She did always want to be a martyr. She did always want to be a martyr.
I will do my duty.
She did always want to be a martyr. She did always want to be a
If such is
martyr.
the Emperor's will.
You're on fire! They're on fire, on fire! Put them out quick! The voices come to you through streams of something thick and foul. Your eyes are covered with whatever you're unbidden. Save yourself fit to splash over your head at last. Make a silhouette out of vagrant distress and rags leaning over you. Your lordship, are you alright? Did you hit anything? Are you any bad burns? You fell right through the ceiling. You might have give them. Yeah, hell yeah. You saved me. Give them help. Vagrant faces bright and they accept your hand and chant out with bow. Oh, thank you kindly. Something to buy a bit of food with, because well, we used our soup to put you out, you see, and it was only 2 days old. Who are you and what are you doing down here? We live here, it's all your lordship. You see, these are old tunnels. They dug them back in Pasium Dwayne's times, right through the asteroid. It's a little stuffy down here, but it's warmer than up in the big palaces on the surface. And I'm sure it's warm under the crematorium's furnace. They barely burn anyone up there, but they do fire it up often enough, and that's good for us, though sometimes an old smell makes it through the vents like they're making roast. Makes your mouth water, but what can you do? That's a cost of comfort for you. Do you happen to know who Fidelio is? I mean, wasn't there that Fid lad used to live right under 5th Void, and his hussy kept yelling all like, Mr. Fidelio, Fid, the same deal, right? Cool, thanks.
A nice little stroll. Attention to detail is the key to success. Oh, this master-crafted patella augment is not fit for a servitor. What advice do you seek?
I guide humanity between the stars.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Executing request.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Horrible stench reaches your nostrils long before you see its source, a corridor where pungent pipes and disgorging steams of murky sludge. Disgorging? In the distance you see the lever that opens the door leading outside. The only way to reach it is by submerging yourself in the sludge. I'm too old for this shit. Guess he brings the corner of a perfume out of it. I think I'm going to be sick. Someone's got to go pull the lever, right? I suppose. Propose the Holy Sister as a candidate. A seeker after purity. Spiritual purity shouldn't be put off by a little bit of ordinary muck after all. Haha, hardly. I'm gonna do it. Okay, let's go.
Keep your wits about you.
Experience? Nothing matters more.
Hey, what's that?
Ooh. This knuckle guard grants the wearer plus a bonus to weapon skill. It also grants any equipped melee weapons plus 5% penetration and 2 damage. That's hecka good.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Interesting. Shit.
An expected result.
That's very good. Actually, I'm reading that again. I didn't read that fully. Plus 5 to weapon skill. Plus 5 armor penetration. Plus 5% armor penetration and plus 2 damage. This now has plus 5 armor penetration. And plus 2 damage. So 20 is now it's like 22. And that's 15. Plus whatever bonus I get. I think that's just a hit for weapon skills, so like the bonus you get is only to hit.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Let us see what I found.
Duty prevails.
Alrighty, we're getting out of here.
I always keep my options open.
Not complaining, there's a lot of stuff down here. Auto gun I'm probably never going to use. Steam injector. Here we go, there's going to be a fight. Move it, I said move it. If the inspection gets to the circuit station before we do, I'll have you all recycled. Yell your brains out of servitors won't make them work any faster. You know another way to get the lazy brutes to shift themselves? Well, I'm all ears. If the inspection sees a circuit station without a unit, they'll go to Vladimir with this, and if Vladimir finds out, he won't mince words. He'll give us the old Caspalican severance. As in, kick us out the trash chute without a void chute, yeah. Simmer down, we'll be fine. Back in my transport days, I'd show the inspection the same protection screen on 8 different sides, and I never got busted once. I seriously doubt that Vladimir's inspector is any more diligent. They'll fall for our 1 support unit on 3 circuit stations. They won't notice a thing. Better worry about selling the 2 units that we borrow. Who the throne is that? This goes beyond a violation of rights of operation. It's downright stinks. Hello, I'm Fidelio. Fidelio? I've no idea who that is. Believe it or not, neither do I. The 2 straight glare at each other in displeasure and reach for their weapon. Just who are you and what are you doing here? We're from football station services carrying out scheduled maintenance, but you're not going to believe that, are you? You heard everything. After glancing briefly at his partner, the man lays his hand on the weapon. I promised my wife I could go a month without murder. Too bad. I'd rather break my word than get on the Liege's bad side. Look. All I did was stop by a funeral and introduce myself as Fidelio. Because of this, some people have attempted to burn me alive, others have drenched me in swill, and now thieving utility workers want to murder me. This is starting to feel like a bad joke. How about I just go on my merry way? Sure, by all means, go right ahead. Just kidding. Ha ha ha, sorry, but it's the trash.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
There's only 7 of you. Yeah. Can I be honest with you guys? You are in no position to talk shit. Let's go up there. Let's go up there. You can get up there too. It's gonna like melt all of you. What's this? Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to learn how to use them better because I'm not there at the moment.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
A 2, so we're gonna go.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, I can't get 2 people. So we'll just do overcharge shot then. 75, 70
My
there.
vow is to vital function successfully terminated.
Love it. Okay, let's make our forward zone. Literally gonna stack. To middle.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And then we're gonna stack rear off the side of that.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Yeah, do that one. We do that one.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated.
That's dreadful. Where do I just need my weight?
What is this foreboding? Farewell.
So brutal, I love it.
Will do.
Thrice. Pioneer's reaction reduces target's weapon skills. Yeah, stunned. Gesticulation. Backline. Shows my Backline area for this allows the backline area again. Not an ally though. He's exploited from Madeira. Oh, now I can pop you.
My ears are ringing.
Spirit.
No, not an auto gun. Ah, you son of a bitch.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
High momentum.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Good, I can't see anybody that's really in the... Guess Fresco it is? There. Can I not? Damn it. Whatever.
Follow my lead. No matter the cost. Someone else can do this. I've seen worse battles than this in my time. One fewer target. Indeed.
That's interesting. Not particularly expected.
The fall of Reichert Minoris is a blow to all of the Expanse. I imagine Winterscale will be enraged when he finds out.
This statement is false. The specified unit has experienced a long service life and observed many planetary catastrophes. Their statistical significance is negligible on a sectoral scale. The statement is tainted by the emotional burden of grief.
Yeah, it's a lovely planet, but do a better job governing. I want to get back to the ship very quickly. Get rid of Stinky. Although maybe there's the migrant in here now that I'll be able to talk to as well, and that'll be a new thing. Hey, Kiwi Gamma. Refugees from Kiwi Gamma look at you with some apprehensive frowns, some with unconcealed gratitude. I need information what happened on Kiwi Gamma and how did you end up here? We told you everything back in the square. Things are rough on Kiwi Gamma. Maybe there isn't even a Kiwi Gamma anymore. The planet was attacked by a horde of heretics. They shouted unholy prayers and cut down people left and right. We heard everything from orbit, listening to one boxcast after another. We realised there wasn't anyone left to save, so we thought we'd run. But then it was like our crew went mad somehow. The captain smashed his own head against the cogitator, and so did half of the officers. Everyone who survived did their best to steer the ship into the warp, and here we are. Only 3 ships made it out alive, ours being one of them. We don't know what happened to the other 2. They never made it to footfall. Maybe they disappeared into the warp, or maybe something else happened to them. Dira freezes listening to something, then she bursts out in a changed voice. The first beast, its bloody wounded, crawls into a hole under the palace of the imminent lord. The second beast, its skin is ulcered, perished in the asteroid grave. The third beast is essentially cursed. It's curled up in the glow of a yellow sun. What became of the ship used to get here is the property of the apologies. We couldn't save it. The ship was damaged during the escape. We're lucky it got us all the way to footfall. It's at the far dock, but there isn't much use for it anymore. It doesn't look like it's going to fly anywhere, and the local recollegers have already removed some of the valuable parts. You can send your people to take apart whatever is left, scavenging some components. Cool, the map of the Expanse was revealed to me before the Sea of Souls roiled and tangled the pass. How did you desperate ones reach footfall all the way from the crunch system without a navigator? Frightened by Cass's appearance, the refugee covers his face with his hands, trembling violently. But please forgive my worthless words. We are feeling our way back in the dark. You could say all we had is some old maps. We prayed to the God Emperor day and night while our helmsmen plotted the course. A miracle it must have been, your lordship. Mechanical creation cargo. This was trying to loot. Okay, it's just mechanical creation. You were hurling accusations at your masters. What is the sign of a treason, and it must be punished accordingly. Do you realize this? One by one the refugees fought. Please have mercy. A few idiots shouted some things, that's all. We shot them up ourselves already. It was their grief and fear talking. Please do not punish the rest of us. Vituperation directed by the Adeptus Mechanicus was likewise registered. Denial is meaningless. Giving you 1 hour to handle once shouting profanities over to the forces on my ship. They will execute the rest. Olivia, shout profanities to be handed over to the forces on my ship. You executed. Your pardon, you may board my ship and continue to serve the Von Valencia dynasty. Yeah, I can kind of understand it. But at the same time, do we want heretics? Praise be the Emperor. One of your conviction branches has reached 2, adherent, and reached 3. Volunteer becomes the main character. After that, you will still be able to choose dialogue options for the other conviction branch from your branch cannot be raised above. Got it. Praise him, we're saved and pardoned. We'll do as we're told. We won't say another word. I don't think just pop in and pop out. I may have to go into the bath, apparently. Yep, seems like you're good. I don't feel like Pascal's pulling his, like his archetype's really doing much at the moment. Probably just haven't unlocked much for it yet, but yeah, I think that's the case anyway.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Carnival Park. We're going there. As soon as you appear, a dozen eyes and guns shift in your direction. The guests of the ceremony no longer pretend to be the peaceful maneuvers. They are, however, stunned to see you. I don't believe it. You had the nerve to come back after your tumble through the flames. Listen, Dagon. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You hate me. But maybe we can Maybe we can see inside our difference for the sake of a mutual target, so to speak. The man nods at you. Finally, boy, you're showing some signs of being your father's son. Dens would never beat around the bush with rivals. Shoot their head off and be done with it. Anyway, I accept your proposal. Aimed his weapon at you. We tried killing you quietly. That didn't work out, so we'll just kill you. Plain and simple. This is footfall for friend's sakes. Bye-bye, Fidelio. Oh, well, let's get this
You
over
will
with.
beg for mercy, but I will grant none. Crush them!
You guys are fine. You're a problem. You have a sniper too. Nope. So you're a problem. You go. You're a problem. Okay, there's like two problems here, and they're both over there. You're basically gonna come in here and tank this. So we got first main tagger. Okay, what do you got? Plasma gun. Chance of me. Oh, what do you have? Oh, auto gun. Yeah, that's a problem. Cassie goes and Argenta. You need to hide. Argenta, you can go out and open. Hopefully we can fire down here. Pascal. Cassia. There's no good spots. Probably. I'd like to stand there. I'd stand there. Hopefully they just engage. Cass. Maybe Magenta back. Pascal. See if they were running. Magenta could go up here. Don't want to run close to these guys. There's Indira. They go. Fuck. Yes. Okay. Sniper, then you. Fucking everybody. This is fucking shit. I go get out then. I don't know, I guess. Why can't you put anything here? Not a fruit.
If I may? Do not dare ask. I'm afraid not. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. That is foolishness.
What the shit? I don't know. Wait.
Hold on. Let's get to it.
Can't get much.
Rejoice in battle! Faith without deed is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Here we go.
I'm here, maggot. Scared yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I would have been completely fucked if I'd have started.
Let's get
that
to
thing,
it.
'cause that's...
Let's make it quick.
Fucking combat service.
Show me what you got.
Fuck me up with that multi-melter. He can attack. It's gonna be good for some chain lightning. Fine, little stare, little stare.
Time to slaughter someone.
Out of my way.
Yes, shoot me. Excellent.
I've suffered worse.
Explorators know one route. Forward. It is not a battle, but an execution. Request approved. High momentum.
A tactically sound approach. Reduced to dust! Victory is imminent. That's not the Seneschal's job. One fewer target. I'd rather not. We'll rule the stars themselves. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call. I will do my... I took care of this one. My place is at the fore.
Just fucking smashing kills. Combat Observatory is tempting. I'm gonna go after.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
My next land.
I know what is to come. But of course.
I'm ready for whatever comes. On it. Who if not me? It's as good as done.
Will do. Be gone. On it.
Accept your lot.
Was that you? Or... There is movement in the Empyrean. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Another foe painted black.
Love it.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's get to it!
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Reduced to dust. It will be done.
On in, man!
One fewer target.
Dagon lifts his bloody face. Oh, it hurts. Gus Bellar clutches his wounds badly. The crematorium's going to have its hands full today. You stop shooting. Oh no, Dad. Captain looks at the carnage around him, matter-of-factly. Wonderful. This is a funeral Dens would be proud of. Treat their wounds and not in the killing mood. Wonderful. This is a funeral Dens would be proud of. So I can kill. Finish them both. Okay.
Never stood a chance.
Crying out in fear, the girl runs away. Yeah, but Jackson shots into it. We are done. Are we done with the firing squad? I would like to finally resolve the battle of Den's inheritance, and after that, give him a proper send-off. And so, according to the deceased will, all of Bellardo's future goes not to his worthless son Cass, not to his brainless mate Dagnan, but to Fidelio, mysterious new heir. However, I believe a certain party would like to intervene in this process. Chapter looks straight at you and chuckles. Who is in the name of the Golden... Still have a question. Who in the name of the Golden Throne is Fidelio? If Fidelio were here, if they were to know about this, their status as their heir, they would have made themselves known by now, and if it is not you, sir, then I suppose we'll never know the truth, but we can make our own truth, can't we? We're on footfall. Names and ideas are traded and used here in every way imaginable, and so all that remains is to recognize you as Fidelio. So then be I am Fidelio, the inheritance is mine. To gain for it is written in the will, so be it. I'll seal the formalities and make sure you receive all the deeds to the property. I'd like to say goodbye to an old friend. The crematorium is a bit wrecked now, but who needs crematorium dents? Loved having his enemies drenched in Promethean and burned. They didn't call him Jerry Can Dents for nothing. I'd like it. Think it'd be nice just to send him on his way in the same fashion. Thankfully, it's easy enough to procure a Jerry Can from Promethean on footfall. Fitting. Want to stay and watch? With pleasure. Well, let's get started, I guess. Alrighty, well that was good. Fun little thing. I know we missed out on some piece of it, but you know, return and demand answers. It seems there are so many guests are trying to kill Fidelio who never leave the road trade to be. The Lord Captain should return to the crematorium. I don't care about who. Return to the crematorium and demand answers for these actions. Whatever, I'm just gonna alright everybody, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you for watching and join us next time. We're gonna just do this, sorry. What have we got here? Yeah, join us next time where we will continue going through Footfall and finally meet the Liege of this place. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and peace.